Right guys, so we're out in the Celica today. Just to give you a cheeky update on the back. We've now all installed new discs, pads, brand new coilover, all sorted. Next week we'll be filming the other side to make sure you guys are fully aware, but now I've learned the ways of the Celica. Today though we're going to be looking at these fellas. So we've got brand new discs, got pads, we've got some nice coilovers, just some low range coilovers, nothing special, and we've got a new drop link as well, which is going to be a pain in the arse to remove. But heading over to the front, we've loosened everything up in here. Everything's pretty much ready to go, so yeah, we'll be filming how we're going to pull that apart this morning. Okay, so I've run through everything. I have done the 3 top ends of the struts. I've loosened up these bolts here. I'm now going to look at the caliper carriers, caliper bolts itself, and then of course I need to get the old Gordon, the grind rate on the drop link, because they are completely seized and there is no physical way I'm going to be able to spend 20-30 minutes doing that. But I will cut that section out, guys, okay? So I'm not going to make it too big of a deal. So what we're going to try and do at this point, we're going to try and take the caliper carrier away, move the caliper out so we're not putting any flex on this joint, remove the 2 brake lines here that are situated onto the actual drop itself, and then we'll look at kind of undoing these bolts once I've got the disc and stuff out of the way, so it just gives us more clearance. This is just gone, everything's wrecked in here, we've got rust galore, but you know what, we're gonna swing it, we're gonna get through to MOT, we're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna have to fill the whole body with fiberglass, we'll see what's going on. But as you can see, the spring itself is completely gone, snapped, corroded. Yeah, let's crack on then. So yeah, let's get on to these. So you'll have to forgive me and Jack talking away here. We're going to try and make this casual. Jackie boy's in the background. Right. So do me a favour, Jack, grab me a 14. So I think there should be one. Is that, yeah, that'll do. Right, let's get this caliper off. Now we are going to, while the caliper's off, guys, we're going to be completely sanding it back and respraying it, taking it out the way, taking that, there we go. Can't see this, guys, I know, guys, but I'm doing what I need to be doing. Oh, Jack, there's a stand at the back of the car, just loose at the back, just to put the caliper on so I'm not putting any stress on the lines. Yeah, it's really important, guys, when you're working on your calipers, you don't leave them hanging. Preferably, sometimes people kind of cable tie them. I like to just get a spare axle stand, clear the caliper out the way, and then just rest it gently on there, and that'll also work out for us spraying it as well shortly. We're gonna everything's gonna be DIY, guys. We ain't no special mechanics. We're just out modifying cars, having a laugh, and that's all we're gonna try and do. There's a lot of channels like this, guys, so we're gonna try and keep it real. We're not gonna be doing crazy supercar restorations. We're going to be looking at just the stuff that we get up to each day. Oh, look at them, phenomenal. Look at that, it's about 1/4 mil of that. It's bigger than your mum's arse, mate.
Don't take much, you sat it 40 odd years.
Yeah, definitely needed in, guys. We've got a massive corroded disc. These were advisories on the last MOT as well, guys, so rather than try and do it, we're going to just wing it. I'm going to pause it through. Right, so caliper out the way. What we need to do now is with caliper, I've managed to get it loose. Look at that quality of that disc. That's definitely a OEM original from 1999. Rusted out, it's gone to bits. Right, so we're going to get this caliper carrier off. So if I can get in here. I've loosened it, like I said, guys, but you know what it's like. These old cars, they rust out real bad. Right, get the caliper carriers out the way. That means we can get access to that disc and put that new disc on. By the way, guys, I just want to vouch, this isn't a tutorial video. This is just us having banterously modifying cars the cheapest possible way. You've got to understand, guys, this car is going to be wrapped. It's already got a huge exhaust, which is a joke, and I'll insert that video separately in a second. Not too bad. Right, so we've got the caliper off now, caliper carrier even. We're going to grind all this back, sand it back. We're going to spray it nice blue, same matching with the caliper itself. And of course now, guys, as you're aware, this can come off. Yeah, it's absolutely shot to bits, rusted out. We were actually going to upgrade and go for some drilled and grooved, but figured we're only keeping the car for a little bit, let's just make it safe. And these do not look safe at all at the minute.
Party Paul would pass that all day. All day.
Yeah, I know a few MOT places would be like that sound. Yeah, we've got more spiders living in there, so
£50 notes in the risers to graze over it.
we're going to scrap that out of the way. We need to do a bit of a tip run later. Get on top of that. Where's my right, just going to clean back this area a little bit, choke myself out with a good old fashioned, yeah, like I mentioned guys, this is shot to bits. It's pretty pointless, to be honest, but I'm going to sort some more out soon. eBay round 7, so I'm not going to be too fussed about it today. I can always access it should I need to at a separate time. We have also got ball joints for this as well. I'm not certain they're going to come off with these, but we are going to do them while we're on this today. There's no point half-arsing it. New strut as mentioned, drop link as mentioned, freshen up the calipers. The calipers are actually fine. There's been no problem with the calipers so far. The brake when needed to brake, but I think they were just shot, as you can tell by the brake pads. Yeah, we've got some corrosion here that I want to make sure I sand back. Like I say, it's going to be no full restoration, it's just going to be fun for Bants. That's what we're trying to do at the minute, so yeah. Right, so we're back on it. Disc removed, caliper done, carrier off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off now, and then I'll work on these. Like I say, I have loosened these back, so I'm hoping, God, they do not snap. But we'll just see. So I'm gonna work on these now. Actually, that's my plan. But fortunately, I'm a bit of a messy worker. So for you very organised mechanics or people who love to do this in their spare time, are gonna love me. I'm not known as the most organised of guys when it comes to this. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a 19. Like I say, we have cracked this. We've dropped a breaker bar on it. We might just be able to do it by hand if we're going to be lazy about it. But we'll see. Oh, there. Didn't see that coming, did you? I'm sure you did though. That's what you're going to tell me. Try and wedge that somewhere to stop it sliding through. There we go. There we go. Perfect. I did say I needed new dust covers. So it's all well and good when we're having fun in it. Right, should be able to get that off now. Now, one of the things I've learned in the past, I've fitted many a coilovers, one of the things I've definitely learned, if you are clever about it, don't knock that one out because it can warp it a little bit. And I've been caught out that a few times. I can tell you that for free. So let's go for the second one then.
Did I hear you're installing coilovers?
I am. That sounded like an advertisement, that did.
Well, I'd like coilovers. He likes his cockpit smashed over every single. And his liver shut to death.
So to give a bit of a background to me and Jack, guys, I am the car modifier. Jack likes OEM. We're doing this just for fun. Jack knows very little about vehicles. He knows the basics, but he's just here for the ride, guys, yeah? Here for the ride.
Easy like your mum.
Easy.
Yeah.
She's going to love you when she hears this one. Apparently on an old MOT, in a track one end was a problem. So when I put the wheel back on, I will give that a problem. I'm not sure if that was driver side or passenger, but I will have a look at that. Right, so I might take that one off, but then again, I don't want too much flex going through these. I think it's actually now going to be onto the top now. As that's an easy job, I think I'm going to hand it over to Jack. I'm going to get the free out the top so we can slide this out. It's still resting at the moment on this. Be careful of the gator underneath. You don't want it to drop and split the gator. So what I'm going to try and do is if I can pry it while it's here before it drops, pull that out a little bit. I might be able to have some control over it when it does fall. There we go. To get that nice flex as well, to get that drop link out should we need to get that out just yet. There we go. There we go. So that's completely apart at the bottom now. And the coilovers itself are a lot more shorter in length, so actually it's a lot easier to put back together because there's less travel there. These original shocks, look at it, it's just absolutely falling apart, guys. No good whatsoever. Right, I'm going to hand you over to the master mechanic then up top to smash that out. Okay, so moving to the top, guys, we're going to get these out nice and easy. We've got fresh set nuts to go on these with the new coilovers.
These nuts?
Got him! and we're looking at putting a stereo system. It has got a screen in there, but it screams Japanese at me every time I turn it on, which is crazy.
It's going to drop through.
It's definitely going to drop through, so...
Have it on the bottom.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna head round. Right, he's going to take that final one out. Like I say, guys, just be mindful. Should be okay. Everything seems pretty clear the way. I can just push that down should I need to. There we go, we're out. There we go. It's like surgical removal, that. So this is where it becomes a pain in the arse, because believe it or not, these manufacturers didn't really want these taken out that often. You're going to tell me now it's still connected to the drop link, but that's fine, guys, I know. Because I'm going to angle grind that off, because that seems to be the only way in today's world. So I'm going to just chop that in the middle. I only worry about one side. Going to get that Gordon the grinder out now.
I prefer Henry to you, man. He's good at sucking.
Yeah, he sucks though. He's just not a great guy. Now, I'm going to use that bolt. There's the paintwork gone. As you can tell, we care about this car truly and deeply. Right, I'm going to take this off and then pull the coilover out, and then I only need to focus on that back piece. Yeah, and then while we've got this position, try and get that drop link out. Sorry, not the drop link, the ball joint, as I've got fresh ones to put on. If not, they'll just have to be done at a separate time. I might need to soak them a little bit more. Right, guys, I'm probably not going to be able to hear for a second, so bear with. As you can see, there's no guard on that, guys. We're not the safest. But yeah, look, completely gone. Shot in about 3-4 places.
Can I eat Dad's leg again?
Yes. There we go. That's just, look at that. They don't build them like that anymore, do they?
Very bad.
That's, yeah.
And someone will still pass that for an hour too.
I know a few guys do that for a chicken sandwich.
Oh, he lets out.
Party P. Jack's dad, by the way. He's not an MOT guy. He's just an absolute legend of a mechanic. Oh, look at this. Any old scrap iron's going to love me today. Right, so what we're on at the minute, just winding this caliper back. I'm absolutely going to rate anyone if they can give me any good suggestions on decent gloves that don't just rip after just picking up a 1/4 inch. That are actually viable to use on cars. Oh, just getting ourselves ready. Right, just that's it, guys. You can see now pistons now sat further back, meaning that your fresh pads can do, because it's become so accustomed to the original pads that we're in, which are again 1/4 mil thick. Nothing left. So what we're going to do is clean this up. We're going to hit it with some spray just to stop it corroding. Nothing special, guys. Like I say, we're not going to take it to the extreme as a full restoration. We just want to try and sort that out, plus the caliper carrier. Put that back on there, and while that's drying, I can begin to put the disc back on. I'll probably drop the put the drop link. The drop link, guys, is now off as well, which is fantastic. Cut it off with Gordon the grinder, absolutely smashed that. Bit of a pain in the arse, so it was being, but yeah, we've got an empty space here ready to fill it up. Right, guys, so we have the one coilover in. I've only just loosely fitted it up top. Got the drop link off, ready to fit the new drop link in here. Unfortunately for me, initially I put the wrong one in just to test fit it. But yeah, we've got to line up the caliper and stuff, which has been kind of just with a coat of paint on it, nothing special as mentioned. What we are going to do though is going to line this section up here, the knuckle. I'm going to line up to this. So I'm going to get a jack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these big shagged bolts in. We are going to get some new hardware shortly, but I'm just going to use this to line everything up. I'm going to spin that round, loop it, bring it to the front. Now, for the people who probably already knew that, you're probably laughing at me right now. Sometimes you just got to learn this stuff the hard way. So, it's always worth, guys, just doing loose fits before committing to that final send. Now, you're going to also ask me torque specs of these. We're going to go for the famous FT torque spec. And for those true mechanics out there, you know FTs means fucking tight. Yeah, just get everything lined up. Boom, boom. I should be able to drop that down in a second, and that should be supported by the strut at the top. Jack's already kind of thumbed in a few of the bits. That's kind of holding that knuckle in place. We have got a new ball joint, guys, but unfortunately I can't get to the top part of the ball joint. My necessary mechanic skills is not allowing that to happen for me. So rather than get all stressed about it and end up telling my mum, I I thought I'd leave that for another day. So we know that kind of loops are quite nice around there and clears that way. So when it turns and locks in, we're good. We've got the flex there at the top. So we have got a few little bolts that we can put in. Obviously, in the grand scheme of my life, they're lost, obviously. Oh, I got it, we got it. We're in. So we should have a 10mm one. Where's my 10mm one?
10mm?
No, not the socket. We're not playing around with the sockets. I'm one person that has 10mm sockets. Because through all my disorganisation comes some pretty good organisation. Right, so I've got those. Those are ready for the cat. Oh, there, got it. Boom. Right, back to the game. So the smaller one, which is this one, is the 10mm, but that seems to be right. Okay, so it doesn't seem to have a section for this particular line, and I believe this is for the ABS and the ABS ring and the speed sensor, judging by what it looks like, because it goes to the back of the hub. Yeah, that's going to be the ABS. So I have actually got a section for my caliper, which is there, slots in, and then the 14mm. We are going to have to somehow fashion a cable tie somewhere to fashion that in.
Good old trusty cable ties.
Do you know what? They've absolutely saved my life on a number of occasions. So yeah, so what we're going to do in a second, we're going to tighten these up. I'm going to get the disc in place. In fact, before we do that, I'm going to sort this drop link. Now guys, this is a fully adjustable drop link holder, so we will have to tighten this afterwards to ensure that's locked around. But before doing that, you need to make sure it all lines up to your setup here. Yeah, let's get to work. I'm going to get that drop link, guys, so give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, so drop link, guys, it's all ready. I've got to push up the anti-roll bar at the bottom to kind of bring it in level. But what we are going to do is we're going to loosely fasten it up top. Like I say, these are not really a pain in the arse to do, but it's better you line it all up first before tightening anything. And now when we first take this car out for a drive, potentially after the MOT, we're going to have to go for a full wheel alignment. It's just absolutely necessary. I need to dial in the suspension more appropriately, otherwise we're going to find ourselves waving all over the road, and the coilovers are not going to do what the coilovers need to do. So what I'm doing now, guys, is I need to align this section up. Right, so as we've got our lessons learned right there, trying to attach it from the top and pull it to the bottom just not working. So what I've done is I've attached it down the bottom, tightened that up as well. I'm using the arm, just pumping it up slowly and bringing it in line with what to expect at this point. So we're nearly there, guys. So what we're going to do in a second is going to work that in and get that into this slot here. I need to adjust this knuckle out as well. That's something we need to do, so I'm going to draw that back a little bit now. There we go, that's perfect. Align those two holes, get those big bolts through, which of course, in the typical John fashion, completely misplaced. I'll drop that down a section. There we go. There we go, perfect. Now that's in. We can get that drop link lined up shortly and we can get it all together. Right. Okay, so with some persuasion we've managed to line it up, get the back lined up. We've used a brick just to bring the bar up without affecting the actual suspension itself. We're now going to tighten the lower bolts here, which should be fun, which is fun. Right, so we've got our stuff in. I'm going to send Jack up to the top to do those bolts back up, which were finger tight but now should be ready to be tightened up. Just checking the condition of things back here. Like I say, a lot of surface rust, guys. I'd love a new anti-roll bar, but that's not in the budget supercar. That's the plan. Right, I'm going to send Jack up to the top, begin tightening that up. I think the stuff's up there, Jack, so if you want to head up there. I'm going to tighten it up and we're going to see what's happened. Could be feeding entirely wrong, guys, but we will see.